Hi, welcome, good day, second day, integrate. Welcome to all the Audio Technology Magazine readers and viewers. This is Allen Heath new flagship baby, the dLive. My name is Alex, I work for Allen Heath in the Asia Pacific region, and I have the joy to taking you through some of the features. dLive is our new flagship platform. It comes on top of iLive. iLive is very well known in Australia. With many very loyal users here. dLive follows a bit of the same principle. dLive is a mix engine surface combination. If I may, because it allows you to get a quick overview, there is 3 different surface sizes and there is 3 different engine sizes with connectivity. The good thing about it is they're all compatible, so the kernel, the core of the system, is 160 input into 64 engine. They come with different number of connectivities. There is a 32 input, 48 input and 64 input, and there are 3 surface sizes with 20, 28 faders and 36 faders. The good thing about it, since they all share the same kernel, the shows and the scenes and whatever you do on the mixer is compatible. There's a few things that we learned over the 10 years that we made iLive. And as a core principle, when you look at dLive and wonder why it's D is almost everything is double than what iLive is. So the 128 mic-ins is double of what iLive used to have in its rack. There is the double number of output buses. Instead of 32, it's 64 output buses. We doubled the number of touch screens, if you want to have a look. So instead of 1 touch screen, we made it now 2 touch screens. And we find that we wanted to go from an 8-inch touchscreen on iLive onto 12-inch touchscreens to give you more information on what you're doing. So what it is, the left screen that you see has a lot of controls organized around it, is the processing screen that shows you the banks of your input, and it also gives you a detailed view of what each channel can do. Of course, there's full processing on every input channel, so there's a preamp, high-pass, low-pass filter, a noise gate. There are 2 insert points, one pre-EQ and one post-EQ. There's a parametric EQ, compressor, and delay. The traditional channel control strip that you might have seen on iLive, we organize this around the screen here. And that allows us to give you a lot of menus and a lot of information on the screen. So this portion, this U-shaped portion of the screen, gives you information related to the control. So we start with preamp and trim here, tunable high-pass and low-pass filter, 4-band parametric EQ, and then there is a section here where you have your dynamic module. On the dynamic module, you see there is a selection, so there's different views. So we start with the gate, a compressor, or some effect sense. If you don't like to touch the buttons, these are also swipe controls. So if you do this on the screen, it's possible. For the EQ, we offer different views. So currently it's set to 4 individual bands, 20 to 20 kilohertz. If you want to change that, you can make it to 1 parametric EQ, 20 to 20 key, or you just see the parameters of the filters. You see already, of course, they're both touch screens, so whenever you want to do something, you see the bank. This is the first bank of 12. You want to go, I want to look at the noise gate here, you just touch it on the screen and it will pop it open. Since the same processing is available on the outputs too, so if ever we're selecting any of the outputs, you'll see, again, there is an overview of the processing capability of the outputs. There is a graphic EQ on every output, there is a parametric EQ, compressor, and the delay. Of course, no noise gate on the outputs. The way you organize the mixer, so processing screen for input and output, and then there's a system screen. The second screen shows you everything that is related to your mix system. And we call it system because it's not only the rack and the surface, but there is an entire ecosystem of devices that you can connect. So we start with additional stage boxes. There is going to be controllers, IP-based controllers that you can use to remote control portions of the mixers. So it's a whole environment of components that you can connect to the dLive system. If you look at it, when you consider the number of inputs and outputs, what we did is we added on iLive, you had one possibility of interfacing with the outside world. We call that audio networking. And audio networking is anything that happens outside your mix system. In iLive, we had one port. In the one port, you would put a Dante, MADI card, or anything similar, waves. Here, we found, because of the capability of the system, we need more than one. So what we did is we added 3 ports for interface cards on the rack and 2 ports on the surface. All of these cards, they run on 128 channels. And I forgot to let you know, since it's all double than iLive, dLive runs on 96 kilohertz sample rate. So now all these cards and all these inputs and outputs, they are available on 96K. And with these 5 modules of 128 IOs, the dLive system gets up to more than 1,000 input channels into 760 outputs. That you organize via a big matrix system, so all your inputs and outputs, you can patch signals straight through via a Thailand system, or you can bring stuff in onto your DSP engine and send it and process it and send it out again. If we could quickly go through this, double of iLive. On iLive, we have 8 effects engines. We doubled it to 16 stereo effects here. And the library of effects is ported over from iLive and from GLD, so you'll find all the things that you know and that you love. There's a scene menu, a comprehensive scene menu. There's up to 500 scenes that make one show, and there's literally an unlimited number of shows that you can store on the mixer. We integrated what we could not do on iLive. We integrated scene transition timer, something that is very important in theater environments. Gang groups is something where you're able to combine 2 or more channels in and combine their feature and their operability, their control. So we took it from 8 to 16. And finally, the number of fader strips and channel strips that you can control, we took this up because we added 2 more layers on the console. So instead of 4 layers, we give you 6 layers now on every bank where you can put channel strips together. And it works very, very simple and straightforward, like on a GLD system. You just take a channel here and drag it down onto a fader strip, and it lands there. So you organize your mixer, drag and drop, put your channels together as you need them. I think that's it as a short introduction. I know it's a lot of information to digest. Go check it out on www.allenandheath.com or with our local distribution partner, Tech. They have all the details for you. Enjoy.